Hi, Brian here, and this is my introductory video for miniwargaming.com. On the website, however, my username or alias is Netako, N-E-T-A-K-O, and yes, it's pronounced Netako. I just haven't really gone through to find the correct accent marks to pronounce it. A lot of times people just say Netako. So, anyways, this is my intro, and what I'm going to do is show you what Warhammer 40k figures I have and that I've painted. Now, I haven't really played the game in the past few years, so these were done about 2 or 3 years ago, and I'm trying to really get back into the game recently, and I discovered miniwargaming.com, and what I want to do is post up what I have so I can get some feedback from you people, and well, criticism is greatly welcomed, constructive, obviously. I don't want to be insulted for my stuff, even though I know it's bad. Ideas or hints or anything that might be helpful is more appreciated. And well, let's get to it. Now, my army is the Eldar, and I'm gonna start off right over here. This is my Warlock, and I was greatly disappointed in myself on how badly of a paint job that I did on him. However, it was my first, and I probably should have done some more before I wasted on a Warlock. But, like I said, I was a beginner when I started, and I still am very low level. So, we're going to move on, and these are my first Guardian troop that I painted. And the color scheme, I wasn't really sure what I was going with. I was just kind of trying to get used to the painting, really. And as you can see, I kind of did the bases with some sand. I just kind of dipped the bases in glue and dipped in a little cup of sand, and that worked out pretty nicely. But once again, the painting wasn't that great. Now, these next characters are my Guardians that I'm more proud of, and here they are. Now, this color scheme I came up with myself. It's kind of based on one from the craft world a little bit, but I kind of gave it my own role, and I think it turned out really nicely. I know these pictures might be a little blurry, so I'm going to post some pictures up as well, so you can get a better view of what these actually look like and the details. As you can see on the base of on the leader here, once again I dipped it in the glue and then back into the sand again, and then I put some of the fake grass on top of the sand, and then I have a little pebble there. And I think these ones worked out a lot better. I mean, I could have done a lot better. Once again, I was still a beginner, so. And let's see here. Over here, I have the only 3 of the package that I have painted, which was the Dire Avengers. I believe they actually came out with a new one ever since I bought these. Like I said, this was a few years ago. And I think I could have done a lot better color scheme with the guns, but I kind of like the blue and white idea that they originally had on the box. So I kind of tried going with that a little bit, but once again with my own kick, like the boots are pretty much the same as I have on my Guardians. And in the front I have my Exarch. I haven't really finished on his base yet. I was trying to make it more of an interesting base. But I think these ones worked out a lot better than my first set of Guardians. And these are my second set are my favorite as of yet. But we're going to move on. When I did purchase my Eldar, I bought the Warlock and the Battle Force. So the Battle Force came with a Viper jet bike. And as you can see, it's very badly painted. I actually did try repainting this again, but I did such a bad job the first time that even after I primed it, the second time it was too gloppy, so it didn't really work out well. And once again, it was kind of more like a test. I mean, it was money that I was wasting, but I was young and, well, beginning, so hopefully in the future I'll get one and I'll do a better job painting it. Over here is my tank. Now this is my Falcon Gravity tank. I think they actually changed the design since I bought this. This has actually been painted about 2 or 3 times, usually with the same kind of green scheme here. This is probably my favorite of the 3 that I came up with, but I think I could have done a lot better. It's pretty much just plain colored. There's no texture looking or anything, or shininess to it, which I think it could have been a lot more interesting if I made it look like it was shining, especially the glass on the windows, and that goes for all my vehicles. Alright, we'll move on now. Over here, I have my 3 jet bikes, and actually the first one my friend painted, which is why it's a lot better than the back two, which I painted. But he did respect the color scheme that I chose. As you can see, he did a really nice job with this painting on the front, and then the vinyl he put on as well. The guys, more so than the actual bike itself, I was very disappointed with. I didn't really like, actually, their helmets. I don't know, the suits in general I couldn't really like. It didn't really look Eldar to me. But I did like the vehicles, so I think I did pretty well with those. I could have done a lot better, obviously. When I get better, hopefully, it'll be better. Now, over here is going to show you here, this is the base that I was working on. I never really finished it, for the Dire Avenger X Arc that you saw. And really all I did was I took a regular base, and I cut up cardboard pieces, and there's kind of a few layers on here, and then I kind of attempted at dry brushing. Didn't do really well, obviously, but I think it looks pretty good compared to my skill level, which is very, very, very low. And with these two bushes on the side, I had the trees that came with my set, and I just took a bunch of small extra pieces, glued them together on top of a base, and then I think this is when I was really, really trying to work on my dry brushing. I think I did pretty good on these bushes, and I'm very proud of them. I think they're actually pretty cool looking. And I can put them anywhere really on the board, you know, so. Now below that, I have these 3 books here that I made out of tissue paper, or tissue cardboard, and there's actually a little paper in there that I folded up. I don't know if you can really see that. And really these books were the objectives of a campaign that my friends and I were coming up with for my Eldar. And over here actually is another book of the Dead kind of sort of thing that we came up with, and that's actually no paper in there, that's just all cardboard. This was for the Necrons. One of my friends had a big Necron army, so we made this. It was supposed to be in like a tomb kind of setting, so I don't know. We never really got far with it. We started on it, but we never really finished. In the back are my trees, as you can see. I did a very bad job actually putting them together. Wasn't really thinking about actual trees and how the way they bend and everything. As you can see, did a very bad job painting them as well. I did go back and do this one again, and I think this looks a lot more like the bushes. It looks a lot better. I think I need to go back and do the branches a little bit more. Definitely work on the base, but I did do like this one a lot better. I know I have these random like twigs sticking out. Maybe I should cut those off or something. And so over here is my favorite and last remaining of my terrain pieces that I made. This was just a basic crater. What my friends and I did was we took a filing folder, actually, which is what this texture is made out of. It's just part of a filing folder, and we cut it out, and then we took newspaper, rolled it up into a circle, as you can kind of see it forms the design, and then taped it up to form the inclines, and then dipped it in glue, once again, covered it in sand, then added glue to the desired areas where we put the grass, and on the inside you can actually see you have more little pebbles. And it worked out really nice. I like working with the little pebbles and fake grass. You could probably work with fake sand. It would be better than actual sand. But as you can see in certain parts, you can still kind of see where the tape was. But I think it worked out nicely because it almost kind of looks like there's roots. But as you go around, you can see it's been wearing a lot. And there's cardboard starting to stick back through and tape and everything. But pretty much that's all I have so far. I am planning on going through and getting back into it. I'll probably take some painting classes or just practice on some things in the meantime until I get better, because I'm not going to waste any more bad painting jobs on an army when I want to really make a nice one. But that's it, and that's my army so far as of yet. It will get larger, and I'll keep you updated on any of my projects that I plan on working on in my free time. So, yep, that's Brian, aka Netako, signing off.